Hello and welcome. In this video tutorial, we will be discussing how we can convert 12 hours to 24 hours. Okay, so let me just change the title. Okay, to get Python program to get 12 to convert basically convert convert 12 hour to 24-hour format. 12 hour to 24-hour format. Okay, all right. Now what is 12 hour, what is 24 hour, we are all familiar with it. Okay, so in just to give you a note that in the 12-hour format we have time from like 1 to 12, and in 24 hour, after 12 what it comes 1 again, it becomes 1 again in the clock, but in 24-hour format it becomes 13, and 2 becomes 14, so on, 3 becomes 15, like that. Okay, so what should be our input and what should be our output? So before writing the codes, we will first, we should first get ourselves familiar with what is the input and what is the output. So the input will be the time in 12-hour format. So let's say that if the time is 11 hours 21 minutes and 30 seconds, so 11:21:30 p.m., so we should get the output as 23:21:30, not am pm, because in 24-hour format there is no am or pm. Okay, and if the input is 12:12:20, that is 12 hours 12 minutes and 20 seconds am, so the output should be 00, okay, 12 and 20. All right, so how can we do it? Whether the time format is 12 hours or not can be found out by using list slicing. Okay, so if the last two elements are pm, then simply add 12 to them. Okay, if the last two elements are PM, then we will simply add 12 to them. If AM, then we will not add anything. And then we will remove AM and or PM from the updated time. Okay, so what will be the lines of code? What will be the lines of code? First, we'll have to define a function to convert the date format. Okay, we'll have to define a function to convert the date format. So let's do it. Let's write define def define convert 24 convert 24. All right, and within the brackets we'll write str1, okay, which basically stands for string 1. Okay, colon will get inside the function, and now we will check if the last two elements of the time is am and the first two elements are 12. Okay, so we'll write if str1 and within the brackets -2. Why -2? Because we are checking the last two elements. Okay, the last and the second last, and that is why we have written -2, because it is checking from the back or from the last of the element. Okay, so -2, we'll put a colon. Okay, so why have we not written anything after the colon? Because -2 and there is no end. So if we do not write any end, by default it takes in up till the last element. Okay, so now we'll check that whether it is am or not. Okay, so if this is am, and we'll use and like this, if this is am and str1, and if str1, and now we will check the first two elements, so we'll write colon colon and we'll write 2 over here. Okay, so if this is equal to 12, if this is equal to 12, then we'll put a colon outside this string, of course, to get inside the if function. What will it return? It will return 0 0. Okay, 0 0, and it will concatenate, or how do we concatenate? By using a plus symbol. So plus string 1, and we'll put a square bracket, and the range will be from 2 to -2, or to the second last element. Okay, 2 to -2. All right, Now the task is to remove the AM. If AM is there, we'll have to remove the AM, isn't it? So for doing that, we will write, for doing that, we will write elif. Elif basically stands for else if, okay? So elif string 1 minus 2 inside is equal to am. So first it is checking that whether it is equal to am or not. So if it is equal to am, we'll be return string 1, return string 1, and in the bracket, within the bracket, we'll put a colon, so it will take elements from the beginning itself, and minus 2. Okay. Now we will have to check if the last two elements of the time is PM and the first two elements are 12. Okay. So for doing that, we'll have to write elif string 1 minus 2 within equal to PM. Okay. And string 1 square bracket colon 2 equal to 12. Okay. Put the colon to get inside this elif function, and within this elif function will return str1. Okay. Put a square bracket and write colon minus 2. Why colon minus 2? Because it will take the elements from the beginning itself. If the beginning, see, inside we have to mention a range, and the range is basically the beginning and the end. So if the beginning is not mentioned and only a colon and the end is mentioned, end index is mentioned, that means that it will take the all the elements from the beginning index as well. So it will take from beginning to minus 2, that is till the second, up till the second last element. Okay. Now we'll write else statement. So else, okay, else we'll be writing return. Else obviously we'll need a indentation, and we'll write return str. Okay. And now we'll be converting it into string. Okay, where am I writing? Yes, we'll be converting it into string, and so I've written int. We'll take one more round bracket, and within it we'll write string 1 square bracket colon 2, because we want the elements from beginning to 2, and then we'll add 12 with it. Okay, so we'll add plus 12, and then outside this bracket we'll add string 1 to 8. Okay, so it will take the range from 2 to 8. So now let's apply the driver's code as we do in all the programs to see that whether this is working or not. So driver's code, we'll write the print statement, print, and we'll write convert underscore, okay, sorry, convert 24. Why convert 24? Because the name of our function is convert 24 over here, right over here. The name of function is convert 24. So we'll write convert 24, convert 24, and inside the convert 24 we'll have to put in some parameters. So what will be our parameters? We'll have to put in some time, which is written in the 12-hour format. So let's say we give 08. Okay, give colon, then we give 05, Okay, colon 45 space PM. All right, let's check. Yes, we have successfully converted our 12-hour time format into 24 hours. Okay, and let's see if it works for some other number. If I put in 11 over here, okay, so it has become okay. So if I put in 11 over here right now, and if I try to execute this, so yes, it is working. We'll meet again in the next video, and you can subscribe to the Data Monk, and in Data Monk you will be finding a complete playlist of all the Python program questions frequently asked in data science interviews in 2021. We'll meet you again in the next video.